whose immune systems are weaker. It is therefore not clear whether the vaccine stops severe cases or mild ones, or whether it protects the elderly, whose immune systems are weaker. Nor is it known that
So it is not clear whether the vaccine stops severe cases or mild ones, or whether it protects the elderly whose immune systems are weaker.
whether inoculatedly, whose immune systems are weaker. Nor is it known whether inoculated people can still cause potentially fatal infections in those yet to receive jabs.
Nor is it known
And it was potentially fatal infections whether inoculated people can still are weaker. Nor is it known whether inoculated people can still cause potentially fatal infections in those yet to receive jabs.
Nor is it clear whether inoculated people can still cause potentially fatal infections within those yet to receive jabs.
And it is too soon to be sure how long the beneficial effects will last.
And it is too soon to be sure how long the beneficial effects will last.
Clarity will take time.
Clarity will take time.
In the next few weeks, the trial should be though further monitoring will be needed.
In the next few weeks, the trial should be declared safe, though further monitoring of the vaccine will be needed.
The companies predict that immunity will last for at least a year.
The companies predict that immunity will last for at least a year.
The 90% plus efficacy is so high that this vaccine may offer at least some protection to all age groups.
The 90% plus efficacy is so high that it will offer some protection.
That this vaccine may offer at least some protection to all age groups.
That this vaccine may protect at least some protection to all age groups.
While the world waits for data, it will have to grapple with distribution.
While the world waits for data, it will have to grapple with distribution.
Vaccine will be in short supply for most of next year.
Vaccine will be in short supply for most of next year.
Although vaccine will be in short supply for most of next year.
Vaccine will be in short supply for most of next year.
Although RNA will be easier to make at scale than those based on proteins, Pfizer's requires 2 doses.
Although
Next year.
Although RNA jabs may prove easier to make at scale than those based on protein.
Easier to make at scale than those based on proteins,
Pfizer's require 2 shots. 2 doses.
The company has said that it will be able to produce up to 50 million doses in 2020. Scale than those based on proteins, Pfizer's requires 2 doses. The company has said that it will be able to produce 50 million doses in 2020.
That it will be able to produce up to 50 million doses in 2020
and 1.3 billion
next year.
That sounds a lot, but America alone has over 20 million first responders.
That sounds a lot, but America alone has over 20 million first responders. Medical staff, care home workers, and active duty troops.
Perhaps a fifth of the world's 7.8 billion people,
Perhaps a fifth of the world's 7.8 billion people,
including two-thirds of those over 70,
risk severe COVID-19.
Nobody has ever tried to vaccinate an entire planet at once.
As the effort mounts, syringes, medical glass, and staff will run short.
Worse, Pfizer's
Pfizer shots need to be stored at
70 degrees Celsius
at temperatures minus 70 degrees Celsius or even colder,
far beyond the scope of your local chemist.
far beyond the scope of your local chemist.
The company's building an ultra-cold chain,
The company is building an ultra cold chain,
but the logistics will still be hard.
but logistics will still be hard.
The vaccine comes in batches of at least 975 doses,
The vaccine comes in batches of at least 975 doses.
so you need to assemble that many people for their first shot. 175 doses, so you need to assemble that many people for their first shot.
So you need to assemble that many people for the first shot.
And the same crowd again, 21 days later,
And the same crowd again 21 days later
for a booster.
for a booster.
Nobody knows how many doses will be wasted.
Nobody knows how many doses will be wasted.
So long as there is too little vaccine to go around,
So long there is too little vaccine to go around,
priorities must be set by governments.
priorities must be set by governments.
A lot depends on them getting it right,
A lot depends on them getting it right,
within countries and between them.
within countries and between them.
Modelling suggests that if 50 rich countries were to administer 2 billion doses of a vaccine,
Modeling suggests that if 50 billion,
that is, that if
50 rich countries were to administer 2 billion doses
were to administer 2 billion doses of a vaccine that is 80% effective,
of a vaccine that is 80% effective,
they would prevent a third of deaths globally.
they would prevent a third of deaths globally.
If the vaccine was supplied according to rich and poor deaths globally, if the vaccine was supplied according to rich and poor countries'
If the vaccine was supplied according to rich and poor countries' population,
population, that share would almost double.
that share would almost double.
The details will depend on the vaccine.
The details will depend on the vaccine.
Poor countries may find ultra-cold chains too costly.
Poor countries may find ultra cold chains too costly.
The domestic answer to these problems
The domestic answer to these problems
is national committees to allocate vaccine optimally.
is national committees to allocate vaccine optimally.
The global answer is COVAX,
The global answer is COVAX.
an initiative to encourage countries. The global answer is COVAX, an initiative to encourage countries
An initiative to encourage countries
equal access to supplies.
equal access to supplies.
Ultimately, though, the solution will be continued work on more vaccines.
Ultimately, the solution will be continued work on more vaccines.
Some might survive in commercial refrigerators,
Some might survive in commercial refrigerators.
others will work better on the elderly.
Others will work better on the elderly.
Others might confer longer protection, require to work better on the elderly. Still others might confer longer protection,
Still others might confer a longer protection,
require a single shot,
require a single shot,
or stop infections as well as symptoms.
or stop infections as well as symptoms.
All those that work will help increase supply.
All those that work will help increase supply.
Only when there is enough to go around
Only when there is enough to go around
will anti-vaxxers become an obstacle.
will anti-vaxxers become an obstacle.
Early reports suggest the jab
Early reports suggest that
causes fevers and aches,
jab causes fevers and aches,
which may also put some people off.
which may also put some people off.
The good news is that an efficacy of 90%
The good news is that an efficacy of 90%
vaccination more attractive. The good news is that an efficacy of 90% makes vaccination more attractive.
makes vaccination more attractive.
The next few months will be hard.
The next few months will be hard.
Global recorded death rates have surged past their April peak.
Global recorded death rates have surged past their April peak.
Governments will struggle with the logistics.
Governments will struggle with the logistics
Vaccination. Governments will struggle with the logistics of vaccination.
of vaccination.
America is rich and it has world-class medicine,
America is rich and it has world-class medicine,
but it risks falling short
but it risks falling short
because the virus is raging
because the virus is raging
and because the transition between administrations could lead to needless chaos and delays.
Because the transition between two administrations could lead to needless chaos and delays.
Squandering lives when a vaccine is at hand
Squandering lives when a vaccine is at hand
would be especially cruel.
would be especially cruel.
Science has done its bit to see off the virus.
Science has done its bit to see off the virus.
Now comes the test for society.
Now comes the test for society.